So when I wake up and I get success stories like this in my email inbox, it reminds me why I do what I'm doing here with this channel. So if you're fairly new to sync licensing, maybe brand new, or you've been at it for a while and you're struggling, you're frustrated, not really sure if it's going to work out for you, hopefully this is going to be a motivating video for you to show you some firsthand real results from somebody who's actually doing well in this business, seeing the results, seeing the growth, starting to get those passive income royalties to come into her bank account, and also using a lot of our premium services that we offer here as a part of the Sync My Music community. Now, one of the questions I get, though, from many producers that are interested in signing up is they'll say, Jesse, do your courses really work? Will they actually get me placements? Will they actually get me relationships? All these kinds of very good questions. I understand them. And the honest answer is no. None of my courses or services or anything you're going to learn about in this video will work for you. They don't do the work for you. They don't give you relationships. They don't give you a career. They don't give you royalties. Nothing magical happens just because you signed up for one of our premium services or anybody's premium service. What gets the work done is people like you watching this video, or Ninian here with this great, amazing success story. Ninian did sign up for many of my premium services, but she didn't just sit around and expect things to happen. She took action, right? She actually took the feedback that we gave her. She took the recommendations that we were offering her and she put it to use and she put it to work. And she actually started creating high quality licensable music and put herself out there and started pitching to these companies. Okay. So it requires work. It requires consistent effort. But obviously the services that I provide and our partners provide essentially here in our community can obviously help you get there faster and much easier than you would have if you were just doing this all on your own and trying to stab your way through the dark, which is essentially kind of what my experience was in the very early days before all this great, amazing online content was available. But let me just go through this really, really awesome email. And hopefully, again, this is encouraging for you guys. Hey, Jesse, just wanted to share a win with you and also give you a big thank you. Today, I received my first payment from BMI. We just had our payout a couple weeks ago. So that's awesome for your first one, okay? And it was much bigger than expected. My first couple of PMI royalties were zero. I didn't get anything. But when I first got my first one with money attached to it, it was 14 cents. So you'll find out that Ninian did a lot better than me, okay? About 5 years ago, I opened up a DAW for the first time. So only producing music for 5 years. And after a ton of tutorials and detours of submitting to stock libraries, I finally discovered your videos, signed up for Sync Academy, and started chasing sync music in 2022. Okay, so only a couple of years ago, 3 years ago, essentially. Over time, I started working with a library I found in your directory. By the way, if you want to get that directory, it is below. There's a link in the description box. Improving my music using Pro Feedback, one of our premium services that gets you feedback on your music from people like me and other professional sync licensing CEOs, library CEOs, and producers. Link below as well. And reached out to, I just blocked out the name of the library, after he was on Sync Connect. That's one of our premium services where you can jump on a Zoom call with library CEOs every single month and pitch your music to get their live reaction during the Zoom call, okay? And I'm working on briefs for them regularly ever since. And today, the hard work is finally starting to pay off. Without your content and services, I might not even be aware of this industry, let alone get my first payment of over $500 in 3 years. So $500 for your first royalty check, Ninian. You're doing great. I have high hopes for you. I think you're going to do amazingly well in this business. And the fact that you're starting off earning royalties this quickly and earning them at that level this quickly means you're doing a lot of things right. So Ninian's a shining example of somebody that came into our premium platforms, came into our services, not just passively consumed them, but I actively took the advice, took the instruction, the tutorials, the feedback, the library recommendations we gave her, and put it to use. Actually, you can see that the piping in her world and her career has been connected. She went from creative ideas in her mind to her hands, through her DAW, through her computer, went through the production music library she found through us, and now her tracks have been placed and they're getting royalties through the BMI, through her PRO. And so this is, to me, the American dream. This is the human dream, which is basically to turn your creative juice in your mind into money, into income, that you can sustain yourself literally off of the highest forms of your creative self that you possibly have. Now, there's probably more that we can do than just sync music, but this is a great starting point, and I love these kinds of success stories, and it definitely gets me more motivated about continuing to offer you guys these great high-quality services. Now, you don't have to use any of these services, these premium services, to succeed. There's many producers that can do this essentially on their own. They do their own research, they look up production music libraries, they make their own tracks, they pitch out there. It definitely happens, but I'm telling you, most of you that are doing it without any professional guidance or coaching or feedback, you're probably working way harder than you need to. I'll be honest. Most times when we give people feedback and sort of consult them on where they are, we let them know that their talent and their skills, usually there's a place for them in the sync licensing business, but how they're approaching this industry, they're working way too hard. They're throwing too much at their music. They're overwhelming themselves and thinking they have to understand everything and have all this mapped out from day one. And it's much simpler and it's much easier and it's way more compact than that. And so what we want to try to help you guys do, if you want to join any of our premium services, you can learn more about them in the link below, or all the links below, is we want to help you get your focus on what should you be thinking about this week or this month, and not get ahead of yourself and worry about all these other variables or these unknowns that will pop up in your life. But really, where are you right now, and focus there. And that's where we can basically certainly help you get further down in your career for sync licensing. So if you're new to the channel, or if you're fairly new to sync licensing, please make sure you click that subscribe button. We put out new videos every single Monday and Wednesday. Leave a like if you found this useful, motivation, and encouraging. I would love that. And if you have any questions, if you're brand new to sync, or you've been in it for a while, or you're feeling burned out, stressed out, feeling like maybe giving up, I want to hear from you. So there's nothing off limits. Make sure you do leave a comment right below. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it.